Hey to all my slay babies out there, this is your girl J Slay and I am back with another video. Today we will be doing a bleach bath on an old wig of mine. So we'll be using our Clairol BW2, Clairol Pure White 30 volume developer, a big clear, I guess you can call it tub, and then also a bowl where we'll be mixing our developer and our bleach. So I took about 4 scoops of this in this frame, but I eventually ended up adding another 3 scoops to the bleach bath just because I put a little bit too much water in there. It still got the job done, of course, but I just put a little bit more in there to get it going, because I didn't want it to be super diluted, so I added more. So anyway, we're gonna mix that up, and we're not, bleaching knots. So the bleach and the developer, when you mix it together, make sure it's not thick, like a pancake thick consistency when you're making pancakes or waffles or something like that. So you just want to make sure that it's a little looser, right? A little bit more liquidy. Okay, so we're going to be using this old wig I have that I did not treat right. That I made using my hair. I made this a while back and I just threw it. I think I threw it in the trunk of my car in a bag, and it had been in there for so long. And I just took this wig out of the trunk of my car. Ooh, I feel so ashamed. And I was like, you know what? Let me use this wig for a video. So what you see me doing here is just dumping that solution, not solution, but dumping the developer and the bleach mix in the tub. So I did use very hot water from the sink in order to do this. I was going to boil the water, but I got a little lazy. But it's best if you boil the water and then put it in the tub. And don't use as much water as I did. You want to take about that much out and use that much going forward. But yeah, so I'm just mixing that in, getting rid of any clumps, any lumps or anything like that. Because you don't want those clumps or lumps to cause any type of inconsistency with the bleaching of the hair. Okay, so you want to mix that around. Take your brush and brush it through with a paddle brush, making sure that it's evenly coated throughout. So as you can see, it has already changed. It's been sitting there for about maybe 15 minutes or so. So you just want to brush that through. Make sure you get rid of any tangles. Make sure all the bleach can get where it needs to get to. Okay, so that's what you see me doing here. I'm checking for any spots that may have been missed. And I'm just going to continue to brush that out and then put it back into the bleach bath. Now, what you're seeing as far as that color in the bottom of the bleach bath is I colored this wig for my birthday earlier this year in February. So I use all different types of colors. So that's what you're seeing in the bottom of that bleach bath. Now, as you can see, since I did highlights in this wig in February, you see the highlights distinctively here, right? I'm loving how this bleach bath turned out. So I've already rinsed out one side, so you can see what that looks like rinsed out. And this is the side where it still has the bleach on it from the bleach bath. So I'm just getting out any tangles or anything like that, because with the bleach still on there, sometimes if you don't brush it throughout, it can kind of get tangled at the end or wrapped around. So you just have to make sure that you're brushing through it consistently. And I had stepped away for a moment and I allowed it to get like that, so that was my bad. So so what I'm doing now is just taking that warm water or cool to warm water and just rinsing the rest of that bleach out. You're gonna see me taking my thumbs through it and just making sure and checking for any leftover bleach, because I want to get it all out because I don't want it to damage the hair. All right, so continuing to wash that out. You want to continuously use your paddle brush to just get rid of any tangles. I'm trying to bring you guys closer in, but just starting from the bottom, brushing that out from the middle, from the end to the middle to the top, right? And for this to be an old wig, child, it's still doing what it needs to be doing. Okay. It is still doing. So I was just pointing out that there was still some bleach in there, and I'm gonna rinse that out. Now, as you all know, whenever you bleach the hair or when you dye it and it has, it's still damp or it's still wet, it's gonna look darker than what it is. So this wig did bleach much lighter than what it looks like, I promise you. But right now I'm just taking some shampoo and finger combing through the hair, making sure that I get all that bleach out, any bleach that I didn't get out during the rinse process. I go ahead and rinse the bleach out first, then I shampoo to get out the remainder. So taking that paddle brush again and just going through it, making sure that I'm getting that shampoo everywhere, getting all in those digs and grooves of this wig, and making sure I get all of that bleach out. So it's lathered up pretty good from the front and the back, all the way down to the end of that hair. So just continue to finger comb it through, and then we're gonna rinse that out. Now, while I rinse it out, I do like to take my paddle brush to help me get all the rest of that shampoo out and to alleviate any bunches that the water or me finger combing my hands through makes. So just making sure that there is nothing left, just going through from end to top, as you can see me doing there. Just trying to make sure that there's absolutely nothing left behind. All right, so now that I'm done, I'm gonna take my OG favorite silicone mix and I'm going to plather that all over that hair. Anytime I do some bleaching, guys, I'll always let my hair sit in silicone mix. I'm gonna let this sit overnight, so I'm gonna get it all through there. I'm gonna take that paddle brush and just make sure it's in there from end to end, in the middle, in the back, everywhere. So I'm going to actually let this sit overnight because, again, this is an older wig. So it needed some good conditioning. And the fact that it was sitting in my trunk in a bag for months on top of months, almost a whole year at this point, it needed some deep tissue massage, conditioning, love. So this is the next morning, actually. So when I was filming this video, it was bedtime. And I just decided to do it right before I went to bed. So that's why you see the same shirt. So it was bedtime. So I went to bed, child. Now that I'm up, I am just rinsing that out. Using my paddle brush again. Oh, handy dandy. Getting all of that silicone mix out. And y'all, it feels so soft. You can tell I let it sit and really get in there in each strand of the hair overnight. So I definitely do recommend that anytime that you do any bleaching. All right, now that she is completely rinsed out, I'm going to show you guys what that looks like up close and personal. Get into it. These highlights are so pretty for my birthday. I'll pop in a little picture right here from what it originally looked like before I just left it for dead in a bag in my trunk. So before I watercolored this wig, I wanted to show you guys what it looks like a little bit dry. It wasn't all the way dry, but a little bit dry. And that is in this neck clip right here. This is actually right before I dipped it. That is what it looks like right before I dip it in a ginger watercolor. So So if you would like to see that video, stay tuned. I will be posting that one next. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is your girl J Slay, and I'll be back with more videos. Bye.